Okay, so the background for reconstructing Pangea. In the early 1900s, a German scientist named Alfred Wegener noticed that the shape of the continental coastlines appeared as if they could fit together. From this and other evidence, he proposed that present-day continents were once connected as a single large landmass, or supercontinent, that he called Pangea. Wegener proposed a theory that 200 million years ago, Pangea began to break apart into individual continents that drifted to their current positions. This theory is called continental drift. Alfred Wegener's theory of continental drift challenged the established idea that the Earth's crust did not move horizontally, meaning that the continents didn't move. So as you can imagine, most established scientists reacted unfavorably towards Wegener's theory that the continents move around on the surface of the Earth, since his idea contradicted many of the basic principles that are already established in the field of geology. Most geologists of the time agreed that land bridges once existed that stretched across the Atlantic Ocean, allowing plants and animals to migrate between continents, spreading their fossil remains. There is no evidence of these land bridges today. It is said that these continental land bridges sank into the oceanic crust. The idea of land bridges come from the existence of a few land bridges that exist today, like the one connecting North and South America. It also didn't help that Wegener was a meteorologist and not a geologist. Needless to say, Wegener's theory was met with great hostility and rejected by most of the world's scientists. Despite the extremely negative response to his theory, Alfred Wegener continued to collect evidence throughout his life. He collected a great deal of varied evidence to support his theory of continental drift, but died on an expedition 30 years before his theory gained acceptance by the scientific community. Your job is to use evidence that Wegener collected during his lifetime to reconstruct the supercontinent Pangea. Okay, so essentially, Alfred Wegener said that the continents moved and that they weren't always, since the beginning of time, in the positions that they are now. Now, most scientists didn't believe that. They said, no, Wegener, you're wrong. The only reason why there's different fossils on different places in the world is because these land bridges were there. And Wegener's like, no, that's not why. It's because the continents actually moved. Well, eventually, scientists found out that Wegener was correct and his theory of continental drift was true, and the scientists at the time were wrong. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a look at the different evidence that Wegener looked at. So you're going to use the samples on each slide to label the location of evidence on the continents. Be sure to place the evidence in the correct locations on the map. Answer the analysis questions below using the background information and evidence from the map. So this is one piece of evidence that was seen. It's a fossil. It's basically a fern fossil. And it's been extinct for 250 million years. The seed of the plant was too large to have been carried by wind. It also couldn't have been carried by like the ocean waters or birds or anything like that. The plant only survives in warm, moist area like a rainforest. However, fossils of this plant can be found in the following areas: southern part of South America, all over India, western part of Australia, northern part of Antarctica, below the equator, etc. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these little, go back. You're going to take these little guys here. In fact, I think I have to escape in order to do that. You're going to take these little guys here and you're going to move them to where they belong. So southern part of South America, you'll take this and you'll move it to the southern part of South America. And let's see. Break the front. There you go. All right, and then all over India, so you'll take this and you'll move it to India, which is right here. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to do. When you're done doing all of these, here's a Mesosaurus fossil, here's a Listosaurus fossil, etc. Once you're done placing them where they should be, you're going to answer the question. So briefly described Pangea and continental drift, you'll put your answers in here. When you're done, make sure that you save it and then upload it to the correct place. You'll upload it in the Reconstructing Pangea place. Okay, and that is it. It is due on Monday at 11:59 p.m.